Some of the first things that I need to do with my setup, out here on this hillside, I can't just stick my boards down on the ground, the boards that I actually put my fireworks on, because everything will be angled kind of towards the crowd then, which I don't want, especially for, you know, anything that goes really high. So I build these platforms, 4x4 platforms, and then all of my boards are cut into 4x4 pieces that the fireworks set on. So let's set on top of these frames. So here you can see I've got this first location here, and I've got 4 more locations down there. And what I have done with my platform so that I can make my legs removable for storage. You know, I drilled a hole here in the top of this 2x4, this little hole right here, and then I glued this dowel rod. This dowel rod right here is glued into this board, and then I just put it through my hole on the frame here. And then for my second, this bolt here, this pin, that's to keep, you know, stability so that it can't turn. I just run it through as well, and then that's the removable part. Then I can just remove this whole leg, you know, and store those separately from the frame so that the frames all store nice and flat. So this is this first one here. And then, so my 2 side pieces, my 2 side boards, they'll have just one 4x4 section. Obviously don't have nearly as much going in those 2 sections. And then these 3 center sections all have 3 4x4 sections. Platforms are all put up and ready to go. The next thing I think to do is probably start to haul out single shots, sweeps, things like that, and then get those covered up in case of any rain, because this is before the 4th. So we'll just keep moving along. If you haven't checked out my video that I put up for all my comets and my single shots, mines, all that stuff, single shot shells, just check it out. I think it's fairly informative of maybe some new ways of going about things, but it just shows how I go about wiring everything up and fusing and all that, and then obviously the igniters. But in that video you saw there was kind of wires everywhere. Looked a little bit like a rat's nest, and then I got most of the wires coiled up on these, you know, each of these individual racks. These are a little bit smaller than those ones over there on the blue cans, but then I had them stored underneath these. It's time to pull them out now because these are the next things that are going to go outdoors. But now that I have them all back out, it's looking a little bit daunting again, but hopefully it will be fairly straightforward, just stretching the cords out and putting each one where they belong. I think there's 6 sections each of these, and then they'll be spaced out by 20 feet, which all the cords that you see here should be the proper lengths for that. So hopefully it's not as daunting as it looks. But then I'm using these 4x4 boards that I will actually put the cakes on, you know, that set on my outdoor platforms. That's what I'm going to use to load all these up on, and then I'll move them out sections at a time. So I've got all my 30 millimeters here, all comets and mines, 40 millimeters there. Those are all comets. And then the furthest over are the straight up single shots, primarily shells. And then so we'll get them outside and start putting them in their place. Yeah, well, who was I kidding? It looked like a rat's nest inside. It looks like a rat's nest out here. This has been quite the day getting all those single shots set up. But I've got them all along the edge of the grass. That way when we bring in the 500 grams, all the cords and everything will be out of the way. But each of these areas here where you see the sacks, that's an area with some single shots. And they're not spaced. I mean, the 40 millimeters, 30 millimeters, so on, they're all spaced evenly apart. But they're not, the 30 millimeters aren't spaced the same as the 40 millimeters and so on. So that's why you see so many sections here. But we got them all done. And this is obviously going to be the central area. So that's all those there. And then each of these bundles here with the bags on them are the wires that have the quick plugs on them. Awful lot of wires, my goodness. Hope it's worth it. It's starting to come together pretty good. You can see I've got all those little spots you see there. All those, they're all my Roman candle barrages that I've got lined up on there, along there. And I've got artillery shells out under the blue tarps. All my comets. Just keep moving on. Starting over here on the left, it'll be the left of our viewing. And you can see everything heading down that way. These are the little comet stations I built to do the swooping effect. We're gonna see how well that works out. Got space, so this board here, well, they don't exactly mimic each other because I've got 5 sections, and if I only was shooting 4 cakes at one time, then I started here on this end and then only made it 4 sections down. If I was only shooting 3, then I just had the 3 in the middle, 3 middle sections. If I'm shooting 2 cakes of the same thing at a time, then I've got the 2 on each side of the center section. But we've got 9-shot Nishiki, 20-shot waterfalls, Star Spangled Mammoth, Girandolas, a lot of gold strobes, 36-shot and 16-shot, Beach Babes, can you hear me now? It's a color peony, Full Metal Jacket. These are some comets underneath here. I just put them in these, put these single shot comets inside of the tubes there. It's falling leaves. Here's artillery shells underneath here. 3 different racks. Nine-shot Nishiki, a couple of them. This is 36-shot Nishiki. That is another Space Invader. .36-shot Nishiki, 12-shot Green Dahlia. That's this Rocky Pro. There's some more waterfalls, a couple of them. This Grim Weaver, it's a new cake. Here's some Miracle Pro. think it's the waterfall cake. No, it's gold strobe or gold comet red tail on that. Got the max load one here. The other one is 2 sections down that way. A lot of go-getters in the front here. Star Spangled. You'll see pretty much everything I'm shooting at least 2 of. There's taco trucks. This Falling Leaves cake here. A lot of Silent Powers this year. I think I've got 8, a full case. The 76 Pro ought to be good. Air Boss, Dominator, Nishiki, When Pigs Fly. Red Tail, there you go. You can see that cake. Sultan of the Sky back there. Here's another waterfall, 49 shot waterfall. I've got 2 small sections. 100 shot red, white, and blue comet to hammer. Girandola. There's this Rock U Pro, Butterfly Kingdom. Center section, I've got this compound, this Rock U Pro compound here. That's a couple of the tags. Girandola, Full Metal Jacket, similar stuff, MTK. Shooting 4 of these little Carolina Reaper 200 grams. Sexy Hog. Another Falling Leaves. Got a couple of these gold glitter cakes. Horsetails, more Nishiki, 9-shot Nishikis, those 2 big silver top cakes. All these smaller ones are gold strobe. I got two of these Rock U Pro. And then I got this compound, starting with this number here. The RKP number up there on the tag, that's the first one. There's another number. Girandolas. Here's the matching area over here. And I've got this other MTK. The cord that I put on it was too short to fit over on this board where it was supposed to be. And this one does mirror 2 boards over that I showed you guys. Girandola, there's another 100 shot gold comet red tip cake there, that silver top. The 9-shot Nishiki. This is a new cake. It's the 76 Strobing Sky Comet cake, 49 shot. There's the other max load. More waterfalls, Grim Reaver, another one of these. More go-getters. Red, white, or there's lemon and purple, red, white, and blue. That's some Cressettes, 49 shot. Red and green go-getters. I'll have a really nice colorful section. This is the Rock U Pro 100 shot fan shaped tie gold coconut comet with neon color mine. It's another Miracle Pro silver strobe waterfall cake. This Miracle Pro here. Yeah, there's 2 of them here actually. Hopefully that's proper positioning, I think so. Another Peony from 76, Silent Power, Falling Leaves. A couple more Silent Powers there. I think I need to get those on the board they belong on. And this is my end. This will be the number 5 spot. Girandola, Star Spangled, Can You Hear Me Now? Waterfall, Nishiki, and then a lot of gold strobes there. So These are these areas. I just got these are all comments there. Some comments there. This comment rack. This is what a lot of the 40mm comment racks look like. I have a comment video. Right now I've got them all bundled up in these bags. That's one of the few things I'll do on the 4th is take them out and put them in their slots. Just an easy way to, since I put them out yesterday, so that's 3 days before the 4th. So I just want to be prepared for any potential rain. Here's those comments inside the HDP tubes. Several of those. Artillery shells up there. I'll get you guys a better look on those. They're all a lot of 6-inch masters, thrillers, salute cans, double plays. I think there's one other up there. And I've got all these Roman candle barrage areas. It's going to be 4 red, 4 white, and 4 blue. And we'll be watching from across there on the hill where you see that truck. So that'll be really cool. That's going to start out the show. Made a Roman candle rack here with these Pro Ox candles. They got they shoot out these nice glittery gold comets. Really nice candles. So that is largely the setup. So this is the full setup. And we are not far from shoot time. There's the Roman candle barrages. Artillery shells. I used parchment this year instead of foil, so I don't have blown up pieces of foil everywhere. This is a 36 shot, 24 there. That one's a 12. These are the comment sections. So this is the swooping comets here. This one to this one. That's it. And you see how they turn around and start angling back this way. And the other one, I only used 6 of them on this one. The other one has the full 8. And so you've got 3 coming back on that set. These are my comment racks here. I just use rebar to drive rebar in there to hold them in place. And then this rack here. Yeah.
What about these?
They're fine, just leave them. This firework goes over here.
I don't want to interrupt, but I don't want to mess this up.
That's, you can just leave it just like that. Yep. These are the sweeps and slices. Here's the left side set. This one salutes. Got some color mines, I think, on this one. This double wing here. These are a little in-between section. Shows you guys. I got all my strobes set up for a song this time. So they're all on one cue. There's 9 of them. You can just leave those. Go ahead and take those off. Got one up there by that orange flag. One over there you see a little bit further. That little orange thing right there. They're scattered all around. All the cords. There's a bunch of salutes in here. They're all fused up on the E-matches. You got just a little bit of quick fuse coming out of them to hook the E-match to. These are the 4 Ignite modules. And you can see they're full. And then I just, since I did it indoors, I marked each wire what cue it goes to and made everything nice and simple. There's a bunch of single shots. That angled rack right there, it's a bunch of blue peony and red peony with white strobe alternating. It's about time to, these things just hit the button. There it goes, yellow, green,
This is bigger than like our HOA house.
red,
Wait,
and teal. We're live and ready to fire.